'Cause I'm a weatherman. Oh, my thunderstrike. Ride out the storm, I'm a weatherman. Oh, my bring light. Shake up the world, I'm a weatherman.
Good afternoon, citizens. Your Fast Forecast is proud to come to you today from Microtech, aboard the Executive Series of Origin's new Pathfinder series of ships, the 400i. As you can see, with the standard black and gold styling, it cuts a dynamic figure across the sky, marking it as a unique form, whether in the deepest black or, in the case of Microtech, the starkest snowscape. Always going with form and function, each of her polyceramic hull plates are hand-placed, unlike other manufacturers, who produce their ships through a more efficient, but less exacting, assembly line. This means every 400 series is personally inspected part by part, by the professionals at Origin every step of the way, with every inch of wire and every centimeter of conduit accounted for and signed off on by specialists instead of a robot at Area 18. That attention to detail shows in this Explorer ship. So let's look at the numbers. Stretching 60 meters long and 32 wide, she's 1 meter shorter and 6 wider than the Aquila she was designed to compete with. RSI has long held the mantle of pushing the boundaries of space exploration with their utilitarian ships, but CEO Jennifer Friskers put it to her design team, what if you could explore, but be comfortable? It's that thought that drove the 400 from drawing board to space. At 12.5 meters tall, she stands 1.5 meters shorter than the Constellation series, but that does count towards a full 9,000 kilograms lighter than the Aquila. She was built to go deep into the black and stay there for long periods of time like her boxy competitor, but with a design theory that one needn't look like a 21st century brick while doing it. The 400i is equipped with two size 3 gimbaled CF337 Panther laser repeaters, which can be upgraded to size 4s. 2 pair of size 3 CF337 Panther laser repeater remote turrets, as well as 16 size 2 Strike Force 2s and 16 size 1 Marksman missiles round out offensive capabilities, with a large shield of choice to round out defenses. She's a ship that was given a lot of thought on keeping the occupants safe from the environment and from pirates, as well as any Vandal that may be lurking far out from known space. Now let's take a look inside where the 400 really shines. Most exploration ships, such as the Aquila, require a minimum crew of 3, which makes sense. The RSI models have been out a long time, and a lot of the sensors and systems are laid out on their own stations, requiring a human to man and monitor them. The Origin ship, however, thinks differently. While it can crew 3, a single pilot is capable of not only flying, but operating the entire ship efficiently from their own command console. All systems, scanners, and a pair of size 4 cannons on the front answered to the pilot's station. Shield and other systems are automated to a high point of efficiency, which lends to that weight loss we were talking about earlier. This also means the 400 is able to do some impressive sprints in the black. However, she does lack some nimbleness in a heavy gravity environment like Microtech. On Microtech, the 400 is capable of straight line acceleration to 220 meters per second top out before the thrusters enter overheating. Yet, this is a Pathfinder ship. While 220 meters per second is not much to talk about, in the zero gravity environment of deep space, the ship is capable of a blistering 1,248 meters per second, which smashes the Aquila's 988 meters per second and is faster than the Vandal Scythe and even the Aegis Gladius. Designed for space, is it most at home there. We continue outside of the bridge and to the right, where we see a restroom complete with fold-away toilet and amenities, so when they're not in use, you have maximized room to change, brush your teeth, or even just stretch in the morning away from everyone else. Next door, we find the captain's cabin, complete with access to the ship's memory banks and entertainment systems, complete with 975 terabytes of video storage, and another 400 for audio files, so that you can enjoy your favorite forms of entertainment wherever in the galaxy you may be. The captain's bed, as all beds on the ship, contains the eternal black sleep system, guaranteed to give you a perfect night's sleep courtesy of Origin's proprietary bedding system specifically designed for this series of ships. Across the hall, you'll find your crew cabin or your +1, which is a dorm-style cabin for a pair of crew members. Each have their own wardrobe and entertainment system to ensure that a long journey, even in close proximity, is just like those good old days back in college. Catch a movie, a hot meal, and then lay in bed and talk about your day and the amazing things you've seen before going lights out. At the rear of the ship, you'll find the galley with inlaid gold marble countertops and seating for 4, as well as wine storage and culinary options that are specially stocked every time you make port based on your meal plan that is included when you purchase your 400i. The large table at the far back is the main sensor system. Tied in with a pilot seat, this is where the raw data and the purest computing is done. The system is tied directly into the dish built into the roof of the ship, and the sensor array built into the skin of the ship itself. Able to see further while traveling faster, the 400 is truly a Pathfinder in every sense of the word. Now, we go below decks to the nuts and bolts of the ship. Here we are in the component bay, where access to the components is easy and protected in a climate-controlled environment to ensure all components are operating at the optimal temperature and protected from hazards, even during emergency replacements. Origin informs us it is possible to replace these components in your underwear, even if the entire cargo deck is depressurized or on fire, and be completely comfortable and safe. Through this door, you'll find your docking collar, suit, and weapons storage, entrance ramp, and at the far end, that little blue ball is your gravity generator. Every section is protected by an airlock so that during an emergency event or during an armed incursion, sections can be blocked off to protect the rest of the ship. Now we move to the rear of the ship, where you'll find room for 42 SCU of storage or a small vehicle, as well as escape pods. If the redundant safety features do not protect the ship, and the bulkheads do not prevent the destruction of the vessel, you have leather-seated and climate-controlled escape pods that are backed by Origin's guarantee that no matter where you are, if you jettison in a pod and activate your beacon, they will deploy a white glove service to pick you up and bring you home, and have officers standing by to help you fill out your insurance claim to get you back on your way with as little delay as possible. Finally, we head down to the cargo bay and to the nose, where we find a secondary vehicle hangar. This area, set aside for the Origin X1 series sport bike, will also fit a small reading area or extra camping supplies to keep them out of your way. Classified as a Pathfinder, the 400 may as well be classified as a luxury liner for 3. Origin's statement with this ship is, if you're in the black, be sure to be comfortable. We appreciate you tuning in tonight with us to explore the 400i, and thank Origin for their generosity in letting us fly this amazing ship. We look forward to bringing you more reports from the Black and all over Stanton and soon Pyro in the 400 series. From all of us here at Fast Forecast, good night.
Oh yeah, 'cause I'm a weatherman.